Alright, in this video I'm going to install a skid plate on this bike here. This is a 250SX, a KTM, but I honestly recommend installation of skid plates on effectively any bike. For sure off-road bikes, motocross bikes, which these all are, you can get away without them. However, you case something just the wrong way, or you can hit a rock on the lip of a jump or something like that, and you can really damage your case quite a bit and bang up your frame as well. So I like skid plates on all my bikes. Now the one I chose for this is a pretty good balance of cost versus benefit here. So this is Acerbis. They make pretty good stuff. This one goes for around $65. It's pretty decent quality, and on the lower end of the spectrum for what these cost, because they can go, well over $100 sometimes for kind of bigger, more robust ones. But dollar per dollar, I like the Acerbis. Now, other pros to it, on this bike I installed the KTM one from the KTM factory parts, and that thing was heavy. That was the downside of that one. It had very good protection, super robust, but this one, really pretty decent protection, quite a bit cheaper. Again, $65 roughly, which is way on the lower end of the spectrum for cost for these things, and pretty well made. The other downside I find to skid plates is it sometimes can be difficult to change your oil with them, but that said, it's a small price to pay for that protection. Okay. One other kind of extra credit thing, so I go ahead and clean that frame up beforehand, and then I put a little bit of high quality duct tape on the frame. The reason I do that is because this now becomes a piece that's going to rub on that frame, potentially take the paint off, and also hold moisture against it. So that's a setup for rust on these steel frames. Maybe not as big of a deal on bikes like that have aluminum frames, but that said, take it or leave it. That certainly is not mandatory. But we'll go ahead and get this installed. All right, a few little tips here. It does take just a little bit of finesse to work that plastic piece there up over the back of the frame. And then as you're installing the bolts into these holes here, you have to use just a little bit of upward pressure on the bottom of the skid plate as you're trying to get that bolt into place. I also recommend using a 1/4-inch drive like that instead of the 3/8, because it just fits in there just a little bit better to keep the alignment of that bolt more direct. Okay? There the skid plate is all installed. I think it looks pretty good, and I think it'll do a good job protecting it. I had good luck with this brand in the past, and make sure you use a little Loctite on those bolts. I think that's good policy. And good and tight is probably fine, but 7 to 9 foot-pounds seems right on those bolts as well, if you want to be more official about it. But in any case, thanks for checking out the video. Any questions, please send those comments. And also, please like and subscribe.